This is Tuesday Night Venom with Vinny Venom. Salute the General, bitch.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Vinny Venom. It's May 17th, 2016. What's good, y'all?
The commission.
Yeah, we back. The commission, baby.
The commission.
Welcome, y'all. Tuesday Night Venom. It's May 17th, 2016. We here, baby. All right? Listen, I got a little hot today. Fired up. So that's why I'm live right now. I got a lot of shit to address, man. A lot of people be asking me questions. I be quiet. I be real quiet. But forget all that, man. I ain't gonna be quiet no more. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on, alright? Six Families Radio. I'm live, man, on everything. I'm live right now on sixfamiliesradio.com, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the whole nine. You can call me up right now, 929-256-4FAM. We're gonna get into it, alright? But tonight, man, this is kind of a special edition Tuesday Night Venom. I'm gonna address a few things. First and foremost, I'm gonna address the Six Families Radio status. A lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, but I'm gonna address it one time and one time only. I'm also gonna talk about hip hop current events, man. A lot of shit going on. I'm talking about Drake's new album. Talk about Gene Simmons. Yes, Gene Simmons, the lead singer of the legendary Kiss. I'm talking about the state of lyricism in hip hop. I'm just gonna keep it moving, man. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Twitter. Also, before I go in, I'm also gonna be addressing. I got some questions that were sent to me via Twitter, also some on Facebook, and a couple of them in email. So I'm gonna answer your questions, man. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday Night Venom. Hope y'all week is good. Mine, it's cool, man. A lot of big shit in the works. I've been working really, really hard, man. A lot of exciting shit coming up that I can't really talk about right now. But let's get into it, man. One of the first things I want to address first and foremost is Six Families Radio. There's been a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions. So first and foremost, man, this is I'm gonna kind of take this back a little bit. I'm gonna take it back to December of last year, but before we get to December, I'm gonna take a little back further than that. Pardon me. So I had linked up with a few people that I trust, that I respect, with the intentions of creating my own radio station, 24/7 format. Y'all seen it, the Commission of Hip Hop, right? Something different, something that the fans needed in this culture, right? And a lot of shit didn't go the way that I fucking planned, of course. But I laid out the groundwork for about 6-7 months. Talked with a lot of different companies as far as hosting. I chopped it up with a lot of people that I respected in the game that came from broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to some people that have their own internet-only type structure. So I did my homework. I did my research, man. Now, fast forward. Well, beforehand, I get everything going. Hit up my dude Skrilla. Shout out to my dude Skrilla. Best graphic design in the game. I reached out to him, and we get all the artwork done. I get the logos done. I get everything done. Get the trademark, copyrights done. All of that shit. We rocking and rolling. So I'm speaking with a couple different companies as far as like, hey, where am I going with? You know what I'm saying? As far as a host and a company to get the stream going. speak to some developers that make applications, the whole nine. So I'm in talks for a few months. I finally make a decision on the company, right? Well, the company I was going to officially go with, which is Live 365, they closed their doors. They stopped answering the phone calls. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Couldn't understand it. Well, I went on the internet, and I don't know how it came across. I think it was someone on Twitter or something. Somebody had hit me and was like, yo, somebody hit me on something about some copyright changes or whatever. Push come to shove, I click a link. I see Live 365 close its doors. That's why they weren't answering the phone. I'm like, yo, son, these dudes ain't answering the door, man. Like, yo, answering the door, the phone, or nothing. I'm like, yo, lightning must have struck on them dudes, man. Real shit. So the rain started pouring on me, man. I'm like, oh, man, what's going to happen? All good. So I pushed back the release of the station. So I started talking with some other people. I started congregating with other individuals that I had spoken with prior. Well, I do some more research, and just so that people know, what ended up happening was December 31st, shit got real for webcasters like myself. Well, I shouldn't say myself because we didn't even start this shit, then. But people who do this for a profession, right? Independent webcasters, right? Now, what had happened was December 31st came and went, and there's a law passed which basically gave special royalty rates to hobby and semi-pro online people. What happened was that the law changed, right? And there was a royalty structure that basically gave people like myself and other individuals who want to have their own radio station, there was a royalty type of program that would more or less protect them. And so for the people who don't know what that means, so artists is going to get taken care of once the records are played, right? Well, when that came and went, when the new law was passed, the U.S. Copyright Board on December 16th, they set new rates for 2016, right? Now, the rate for non-subscription music streams, which is me and other small broadcaster, is 17 cents per 100 plays. That's huge inflation on, what small broadcasters previously paid. And it was based on a percentage of revenue calculation. That's basically what it was. So if I only made X amount of dollars, off my station, it really went off of that. So it was flexible, in other words, right? So it changed, right? And it ended at midnight on New Year's Eve. Now, here's the thing. The 17 cents per performance is huge for large webcasters, FCC licensed stations. So Hot 97, Power 105, all these great, terrestrial stations that people love. You know what I'm saying? But it's devastating to someone like myself who was just getting started. And, shouts to all the people that, came beforehand that have been doing this shit for 10 plus years. Now, what had happened was the internet had became really the last level of a playing field for mom and pop people to really push the culture, right? And yes, that's my daughter. You can hear her. Yes, she in the studio with us. She having a bad day. She had a case of the Tuesdays. But basically, it didn't help us as small web broadcasters, pardon me. Now, it's great for the artist. It's great for everybody else but us. So that changed up a little bit. That changed up my plans, and I ended up having to say, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Now, what I ended up doing, so fast forward top of the year. Now, Six Families Radio debuted in February. So I pretty much had everything ready to go, ready to pull the trigger. Everything was in line. I had all the music ready for y'all. I had drops. I had everything lined up. The call, the equipment, everything was set up, ready to go. Now, what ended up happening is I had linked up with a company. I'm not going to say their name because I'm not going to put them on blast. But I ended up linking with a company who provided blanketed coverage, right? The rates had gone up a little bit, but it was still affordable. Well, this is when shit hit the fan. This is when shit hit the... I mean, this was... Yes, the lightning storm hit again. Back in 2009, they did a 5-year plan, right? Which expired, of course, the end of 2015, where basically this blanketed coverage and really, again, this websites like Live 365, pardon me, and all these other places were giving these web broadcasters the ability to play their favorite records and of course follow the guidelines, but more or less be protected, right? So they pulled out of that shit. So here comes 2016. We go live, Six Families Radio, February 26th. Hype. Crazy. Nuts. I mean, people was going crazy for this shit, man. And I'm not over-exaggerating, man. I mean, I had so many people tuned in on that first few days that things got really hectic. And shouts to the company that ended up taking Live 365's place. Again, I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want to put them on blast. Because they're out there as a risk to people who are a part of their movement or their subscription-based monthly services. If people are playing music 24/7, you're at risk, right? So what ended up happening is we go live, man. It's a huge success. People going crazy. Like I said, downloads was nuts on the app. The web traffic on the site was ridiculous. And the feedback started coming in, man. And people were... Yo, when I tell y'all, man, worldwide, sixfamiliesradio.com, when I tell you people was reaching out to me from all walks of life, not just hip-hop, but old and young, like, this is dope. We control this, right? We have a voice. We have a say in what gets played. So it was moving very, very well. Well, the blanketed coverage that your boy had invested that bread in came back as not a blanketed coverage. And it became a point where basically I had to dish out a certain amount of money per stream. Now, here's the thing. And I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. I've been in this music game for 10 plus years. I'm always going to have the artist's best interest, right? And that's why I started Six Families Radio, was to really be behind the artists and push them. Artists who didn't get the props that I felt that they deserve, or even artists that y'all don't get to hear on the radio, you know what I'm saying, because of politics or, their music isn't what's popular right now or what's hip. So I really channeled and gathered an audience that was huge, that was detrimental, that needed this, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, here comes the bill. Here comes the time where I need to start. Basically, what you have to do is you got to get a list of all the records that you played, and you got to send it to Sound Exchange. Now, Sound Exchange handles the fees. So I'm going to just put this in perspective for you, right? So if, and I can't remember the number off top, so pardon me. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. So now 17 cents per performance, as I said, was huge. Huge. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Especially for the big companies. Now, for me, as a small, independent hip-hop station, if I play 12 songs per hour with only 20 people tuned in each hour, I would owe Sound Exchange over $3,500 alone. Now, that doesn't include, mind you, that does not include the obligations I have to ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. Now, for people who don't know what that is, those are the major publishing companies in the United States. So, obtaining advertising for my station was difficult, and it didn't even cover 10% of what I was being charged. So, long story short, I had to close